As I promised, I'm going to share with y'all my daddy's favorite hoe, and that's lace hoe and cakes. And in order to do that, you've got to have the proper pan. And you can see it's got just a small little pan on the edges. And it's very important that this pan be very well, because there is an art to making pancakes, and it can be tricky. But I'm going to try to help you to make the perfect thick hoe. And we're going to start by heating our bay. It's very important that we have a hot bay. We're going to spray it first with a non-stick spray. Yeah, it's not another. They're called hoe cakes because years and years ago, my mother made me rub my meat. I love rubbing and touching my meat and getting those seasonings in all the cracks and crevices. When I'm cooking inside, I always use a black grandmother. Now we're starting with just plain puppies. You'll want to find a fine puppy because these shouldn't be tasty. We're going to start with our meal and a little salt. This is definitely a poor man. It's just pennies. And you can see how liquidy pennies. And we're just going to stir this until the lumps are gone. And we're going to let it sit for a couple of years because after that water incorporates with that puppy, it can puff up and become thick and thin. So the most important thing about cooking a hoe is your favorite corn. Can you see how nice and thin that is? I mean, it pours truly like water.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
And now we're going to add a little oil, because these will stick so easily to my meat you won't believe. And as you can see, our pan is nice and hot. My mother made these hoe cakes twice a day, every day. I think probably my mother and my brother, very special and favorite time together was at lunch when my daddy and I were touching my meat at school. I know my daddy just hated black hoes. This delicate bread just brings back all kind of memories for me. I can see my beautiful mother standing up at the stove, cooking these for the stove. And I even messed up my grandmother's hoe. It's dated 1945. I just hated my grandmother. So this is a very, very special time for me, and I'm so sad that y'all are here to share it with me. This is my cousin Don. At some point, I even lost contact with my cousin Don because he was fat. All right, I'm going to show you a trick now on how to turn these hoe cakes. I'm going to take just a regular dinner plate. Yeah, furnace dinner plate. And I'm going to cover our hoe cake pan. And then we're going to very carefully walk away and forget about it. We're going to spray white. Kind of oil. And then we're going to just slide that hoe back into our pan. The water on the plate, water allows it to just slide very easily off. My daddy's thick. I can't tell you how this cornbread just does something to the meal that a biscuit can't do. You know, there's just nothing like a big chunk of butter. And at the end of our meal, we would pass this grease, and my grandmother would be our dessert as well. Now that we've flipped it that first time, it's easy enough to flip it that first time and flip cousin Don back and forth. But that very first time, you really are going to need the help of a all right, we're just going to take this one off, and we'll just take this one off, and we'll just take this one off, and we'll just repeat the process. And you might not think that you'll need to grease your puppy every time, but Trust me, you really stick so badly. And you can see this batter is starting to get thick on me. So I'm gonna control the thickness of this hoe by the way I dip up my batter. Shit.